I don't remember a point in my life to where I didn't think I was gonna succeed. I don't ever remember thinking like, oh man, what if this doesn't work out? Like I always knew it would work out because of how much I put my trust in God and then how hard I work.
What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome in to First and 10, presented by JCPenney, and we're doing an offensive line edition with Cowboys rookie offensive lineman Tyler Booker. T-Book, what's up, man?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm doing well. We'll just get straight to it. Obviously, you're coming off one of your better games this season, even despite battling an ankle injury for 4 weeks. What clicked for you? Because you came out of that Denver Broncos matchup playing one of the best defensive fronts in the NFL, the highest graded offensive lineman.
Really just coming out and playing confident, playing fast, physical, and free, and that's what I write to myself every day in like my today's focus. That just translates into the game. And then there's a ton that I need to improve on from the Broncos game, but what is encouraging is that the more confident I am, the better I play. So I'm just looking forward to continue to build confidence.
Where do you feel like, your growth has, or you've improved the most this year? Because I know when I first met you and talked to you when you were drafted, you said that, I was always more powerful, more faster than the guys at the college level. But something that I need to work on was the technique, my hand placement a little bit. Where do you feel like you are in that aspect?
It's still a work in progress. It's still definitely a work in progress, but where I feel like I've improved the most is definitely my confidence. It's just something about time. Like Rome wasn't built in a day, and I didn't expect to be a finished product by my first game, but something that I have noticed, like the better I've played is because the more confident I am within knowing what I'm supposed to do, more importantly, and then also just playing with my teammates, because that's something a lot of people don't take into account when watching offensive line play. Like me and T Steele, like I feel like the more we play, the better we get. Like we had a few pretty good double teams in that Broncos game, and that's just something that he and I spoke about. Like the more we get those opportunities, the more we take advantage of them, the better we'll be. So I'm just looking forward to getting back on the field on Monday night to continue to build that confidence and build that cohesion through the offensive line.
Talk about that confidence. What's kind of went into that? Has it been maybe a Terrence Steele or Tyler Smith that's kind of poured into you a little bit, or has it been this coaching staff that's kind of really instilled that in you?
Pretty much everybody in the building. Everybody's just letting me know how much they believe in me, how much they trust me, and from whether it's like you said, T Steele, T-Sid, Tyler Smith, or Dak, or Brock, or the list goes on and on, Coach Riley.
You made it known that you've been a guy that's going to do whatever it takes to grow, improve, and be the best at your position. Talk about, back in your high school days, you basically went to school an hour away. You lived with a family that during the week, to make sure you were able to play football where you wanted to play football and have success. How did that early kind of grind shape or build the player that you are today?
I had to grow up really fast. Going through that in high school. So my freshman year, I went to Bergen Catholic in New Jersey. Then from my sophomore year on, I went all the way to Florida to attend ING Academy. So it just forced me to grow up really fast. Like I didn't have the luxury of having my mom remind me of my homework, even though she did through FaceTime. I didn't have that luxury of her having to wake me up, or just really being able to grow up within the same household as my siblings. And that was something that was a tough investment that I had to make into myself, which is now paying off because now me and my family are together again. So I feel like that's the best part about me being in Dallas.
Yeah, you talk about it being tough. I mean, not everybody's willing to go to that extent to make sure they succeed at what they want to do. At what point did you know that you were gonna succeed and obviously see it all pay off?
I don't remember a point in my life to where I didn't think I was gonna succeed. I don't ever remember thinking like, oh man, what if this doesn't work out? Like I always knew it would work out because of how much I put my trust in God, and then how hard I work. Like I feel like I did everything in my power to get to where I am today. And I will tell you, like I feel like a small portion of that hard work has paid off, but Lord willing, I have 10 plus years in the NFL to see the full payoff of all the investments that I made when I was younger.
I want to talk about when you were younger. I believe you said when you were 9 years old, you watched Deacon Jones on Football Life, and where he did a little head slap. What was it that stood out to you or stuck with you at 9 years old about Deacon Jones, aside from that head slap that he used to do?
He was so dominant, like people feared him. Just watching that Football Life, I remember, I think I was a little younger than 9.
Yeah.
I think I was like 7, because that's when NFL Network just came out, and that's when they played the Football Lives they had loaded up. And I would watch those before school. So I remember trying it out in my Little League game that Saturday, and I figured out that they outlawed that rule, but just having that dominant mindset and the beater that he had, that's something that I took from watching that, and I incorporated to my game even at such a young age. But that just goes to show you how much I love the game of football.
How have you carried that into your game?
Just like I was watching Deacon Jones, it just changed to me watching Tyler Smith, Tyler Guy, and Terrence Steele, watching some of my teammates who do it at a high level, and then watching some of the other top guys in the league do it at a high level as well, just to be able to learn from them and see things that they do well that fits their game and how I can involve it within my game.
Something that I remember you also had mentioned in the pre-draft process was that you like seeing life leave your opponent's eyes. Has there been a moment so far this season where you've had that moment play out just yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I feel like there's a lot more that I have to do in order to achieve that goal. But what I meant by that is just really, like, as an offensive line, when you're running the ball and you're up a score or 2 scores and you're just trying to run the clock out, and you can see, like, they're not playing as hard as they were playing in the first quarter. Like, they don't want it as bad as me anymore.
You in the run game, what jumped out on the film, your raw power, athleticism. Talk about what was the key that helped you develop that part of your game in run blocking.
I feel like that starts from me playing defensive line at such a young age, just having that attack mindset and really just changing it to the offensive side of the ball. But like, okay, go attack. So that's where it stems from. And then just Terrence and I focusing on our double teams all week through practice, and just knowing that in order to have the outcome that we wanted to have, which we didn't end up getting, we were gonna have to run the ball. So that was a focus for me. And I was able to make some solid blocks, but still have to do more in order to help my team win the next time out.
Talk about what's been the biggest challenge for you guys as an offensive lineman, aside from the injuries. You know, you had mentioned cohesion has obviously been a big difficult part for you guys, but aside from that, what's been the most challenging part of kind of getting to where you guys want to be?
I just feel like as an offensive line as a whole, starting with me, we just have to be more consistent. And what I mean by that is just we show flashes of greatness as a whole, but there's times that we don't. And I feel like, me personally, I'm a big part of that. Just making sure that I keep the offense going in the right direction. Like, I don't want to hold the offense back by any means. So whether that's me being better in pass protection, me being better in run blocking, me being a better communicator, I just feel like it starts with me. So I first and foremost have to be better so we can be more consistent as a whole.
We've got some fun questions now.
Okay.
Are you ready for this? Yes. All right. What's been your favorite block of the season, if you have one?
My favorite block of the season was the last play of the Commanders game, where we had a B block on the backside, and I climbed up to the linebacker, and I pancaked him. So that was definitely my favorite block of the season so far.
I love that. What was your reaction to that? Do you have a reaction?
I was turned. I was I was hyped up, and then he tried to, like, get in my face, and then I, like, threw him again. It was pretty funny.
I love it. If the offensive line had a walk-up song like baseball players do, what would it be?
The offensive line had a walk-up song. Here I Go by Mystical.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go and listen to that on Apple Music to make sure I know what that sounds like.
Go for it.
All right, if you can have one meal after a big win all season long, what are you eating?
Ooh. Chicken thighs, smothered chicken thighs. My girlfriend Kalani makes great smothered chicken thighs, so those with white rice and gravy and green beans.
That sounds really good. Let's see. Who would play you in a movie about your football journey? I mean, anybody.
Anybody?
Anybody.
My little brother Mason.
Okay.
Because he acts like me so much. Like, he picks up on all my little mannerisms. It's funny. Like, I'll see him doing stuff and be like, man, what made you start doing that? But I know it's because of me, so definitely my little brother.
Okay. If not football, what other sport could you dominate?
I feel like I would dominate in some of the field events within track and field, like shot put, discus, and javelin. That's something I did when I was younger.
Okay.
And I feel like if I kept going, definitely
be the top of the top.
I
love that. Best response to silencing someone from talking stuff. We'll go with stuff. Talking smack.
I feel like that's the best response is just that quiet killer.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term, just like let them talk and you just continue to be you. You continue to play your game, because if they're talking, they're taking time and energy away from what they're supposed to be doing. Yeah. So really just not letting it affect you. Act like they're not even there. Yeah. Just play through it.
That's literally the definition of Tyler Booker. You don't, do too much talking. You let the play speak for yourself. But what does a successful season look like for you?
For me personally?
Yep.
A successful season for me personally. A Super Bowl.
Okay.
I feel like as an offensive lineman or as a football player in general, my success is determined by my team's success. So, success.
All right. Well,
Super Bowl.
we're gonna manifest that.
Yeah.
We're gonna claim it. All right, because that's how stuff pretty much happens when you claim it first and then you put the work in afterwards, obviously. But thank you, T-Book. I appreciate you, and that's a wrap for First and 10, presented by JCPenney.